This has been a big topic of conversation, I think, at least on X the last couple weeks. Tesla's on a run. Just to answer someone's question here, no. I mean, I do have a position in Tesla, but no, it's not nearly anywhere remotely close to what I was anticipating putting on when I felt that the Optimus trade would begin, like the real one that I've been talking about for 2+ years. I think it's up for a lot of reasons. I mean, I think Elon really knows how to get people excited about Tesla. It was up for Robotaxi. It went up more recently because he bought $1 billion of it, and then he announced it gets disclosed that he bought $1 billion of it. Do you feel that he bought that $1 billion because of the vote? It's not going to have a huge impact on the vote, but it would have some impact on his ability to vote as a shareholder, right?
I don't know. I feel like he likes Tesla. I don't think he's trying to manipulate the vote. He already got the pay plan that he wanted.
He's always liked Tesla, right? He's always liked Tesla, but I mean, it's the timing of it. He's not doing it for a financial incentive for himself. He already has that huge financial. It really doesn't matter. I think Tesla is going up for a few different reasons, including the fact that everybody knows they're going to have a huge quarter because the credit incentives are expiring. There is some concern next quarter, but that news seems to be baked in both positively and then negatively for next quarter, I guess. There is a lot of interesting things happening with Optimus, though, that I do want to talk about. Elon got back from all the political madness, got back to Tesla, and essentially came and announced that Optimus is 80% of Tesla, that the entire future of Tesla anchors on the success of Optimus, which is what we've been saying for over 2 years now, right? And what we've been waiting for. Problem is, there were decisions made on Optimus this year. Earlier in the year, they made decisions to go all in on sim training. So rather than doing conventional teleoperative type training of the robots, where you have a human with VR glasses and gloves teaching the robot how to do things, and it trains the model so it can do it autonomously. They just spent an incredible amount of money, which they have, on sim training. And they thought that would kind of get them to expedite the models. And I don't think that it actually worked. Also, they had a really unconventional hand strategy at the company. Guy that had been leading the Optimus project for years, I think always had a bit of his relationship. I hear rumors that it was always a little bit contentious. So Elon gets back and the head of the Optimus program leaves. The head of the ham program leaves and goes to work for Sam Altman, building out their humanoid platform at OpenAI. And then last night, news broke that the head of artificial intelligence for Optimus, basically the guy working on the foundation models for Optimus, left the company. And he tweeted that it had, someone inferred that he left for Meta, okay? He left to go do this at Meta, and someone inferred that Zuck probably paid him a ton of money, which I'm sure he did. But he then tweeted out, this had nothing to do with money, that Tesla actually, and we know this, Tesla actually pays people really well, and that his financial incentives at Tesla were really good. So he would never leave for money. It seems like something really bad happened there. Nobody knows what exactly it was, but these are I would say the three most critical people on the Optimus team all recently left the company. So listen, I know there are a lot of big Tesla fanboys that watch here. I don't care. Listen, I'm the one that put out the most aggressive thesis that anyone had ever seen, talking about Optimus being a $10 trillion segment of Tesla by the end of 2030 if Optimus executes on their plan. So nobody wanted Optimus to succeed more than me. But as an investor, it's exceptionally important for us to find the ground truth as it changes throughout time. And the bottom line is, it looks like Optimus 2 it appears that it had numerous critical flaws this year, both on the hardware side and possibly on the AI side as well, and on the hand side, it looks like as well. Elon has come out and said that they're re-engineering the entire platform for Optimus 3. I believe that he had this AI guy take over the initiative, and then Elon said, no, I'm going to do this myself. So Elon is now fully back in the game at Optimus. He's over it. Basically, the future of the company appears to be pinned on Optimus now. They're restarting it, it sounds like. So is it good? Is it bad? I would say initially, very bad. Okay. Everything that's happened this year for Optimus, I don't know how an investor looks at this and doesn't think it's terribly bad because they're essentially having to start over. But going forward, the fact that Elon is now laser focused on this himself feels optimistic. It feels like I'm going to make an assumption that at some point, maybe in Q1, we get to see V3 of Optimus. And I've even spoken to other roboticists outside of Tesla, and everybody just assumes Elon is going to figure it out because he's gonna push that team so hard.
Yeah, I think they'll fix it. Who do you think has the best hand right now? Is it Figure? That's who I think it is.
So Jordan, it's a great question. I have actually met with a bunch of hand teams independently. I'm looking at hand projects around the world. I'm also looking at hand strategies and projects inside of some of the leading humanoid companies. My answer to your question is they are all working on numerous approaches to solve the hand problem. I don't think anybody has the winning hand right now. I think we're probably 2 to 3 years away from having a hand that's truly extraordinary.
I will say that Brett was throwing shade at certain projects about using solutions other than hands for certain applications, which I don't agree with because I've seen some of the other, fixtures that people have put on for hands. And in certain applications, I think it's fine, right?
Here's what I'll tell you, and I've spoken to some of the best hand roboticists that exist. Nobody has the final answer yet on what is the perfect approach from an engineering standpoint to perfect a robotic hand. There are a lot of approaches. Some of these companies are moving down multiple roads simultaneously because they're not 100% sure if path A, B, or C will be the optimal road to go down 2 years from now when they iterate and reiterate, and you're just iterating every 3, 4 months on this hand. I think we are going to see hands in the next year that are good enough. They're good enough for now, and I think we'll see way better hands every single year after that. So I don't think it even really matters because what happened in terms of who has the best hand now, because the way that this works is they kind of look and they learn from each other, right? So you see something out in the market, and then you kind of learn from that, and everybody iterates on their approach. So I know everybody wants these like firm answers of who's the best humanoid company, who has the best hardware. I'm like, slow down. Like we're like a year away. No one has a scalable humanoid. I'm going to say that very clearly. There's not one company on earth that has a scalable humanoid platform with their current gen right now. Now, will Optimus 3 be a scalable humanoid? Maybe. Will Figure 3 be a scalable humanoid? Maybe. Will the one coming out from Aptronic next? Maybe. We just have to wait and see. But there's not a company on earth that has a robust hard piece of hardware platform for humanoids that is scalable yet. And I can't go into all the reasons why on this episode. Just know that once you go super deep into the performance specs, all of the various things that you need these humanoids to achieve to start to be commercially viable at scale and durable at scale, no one has hit the mark yet.
And for me, I'm invested in all three of the major humanoid companies that we're talking about. Tesla starting over for their next generation, to me, sounds like what anyone is going to do. If you go from Aptronic's V1 to V3, they're not even the same category of robot, right? I think that the fact that all of these companies are going to take what they learn in V1 and apply changes in V2 and apply changes in V3. And
Or might totally scrap certain elements and read it. Yeah, I think that's totally fine, dude.
it's a part of the process. You're building something that's never been a product before.
Well, I think this is the thing that's really interesting about Tesla and Elon is that as a company, they have the resources where if something doesn't work, they can afford to scrap everything and just start from the ground up, which is a really difficult thing to do. Elon is a person who is obviously willing to do that because that's what having a founder attitude is all about. Like you just go. You make radical decisions. You don't act like a big incumbent in the space because that gets you nowhere. You have to make these really risky radical decisions to just like throw it out the window. Let's start again. Let's take a different approach. I've been saying all year that I was concerned about Optimus though and where they were headed. You know, a lot of the things that have come out on Optimus, as you know, I kind of knew a lot of that stuff 5, 6 months ago. Nobody believed me. All my Tesla friends would rip on me. They're like, we don't know what you're talking about. You don't know more than Elon. I'm like, I kind of do as it relates to this robot right now, and it's not that I know more than Elon, it's that I feel like Elon was just really distracted. He was doing a lot of stuff, as you know, like, and I don't think he had the degree of focus on this project.
I think it's good that he's got focus on the company again.
Yeah, I think it's really good.